Hello and welcome all lone wanderers, vault dwellers, and the just plain horribly mutated. In today's video we're taking a look at the unique 10mm submachine gun, called the Perfect Storm. This weapon is currently the only one of its kind in Fallout 76 that features the incendiary effect. Basically, the weapon is a standard 10mm submachine gun with added fire damage. I don't know about you, but there is something quite satisfying about punching flaming holes in your victims and setting them on fire to impress your friends. Firstly, you'll need to obtain the weapon by completing the quest called Cold Case. The quest is started by talking to the nanny bot Miss Annie at the Wavy Willards water park. Now I'm not going to go through the quest here, as there are some very good YouTube videos that cover it in detail. After you complete the quest, you will be awarded with the Perfect Storm and the plan for the 10mm submachine gun. It's important to keep in mind that the level of the gun awarded to you will correspond with your current level, although the gun level is capped at 50. Obviously, the level 50 version of the gun will have a higher damage output than the lowest level version, which is level 10. So, the gun is available to you from quite an early level, which is a good thing because you'll most likely be needing it. The Perfect Storm features the same frustrating qualities as the standard 10mm submachine gun, and these are moderate damage, low durability, poor aiming accuracy, limited effective range, high ammo consumption, and a relatively high action point cost in VATS. In all fairness, the weapon does possess a decent rate of fire. Unfortunately, there is no silencer for the gun, so the opportunity for sneak attacks with double damage will be limited. For this review I'm using a level 50 Perfect Storm so that you can get a rough idea of the higher performance of the gun. In order to get the most from the gun you will need to add modifications, so hopefully you've been scrapping enough guns to do this. There are not too many modifications available for the gun, so you should have most of these available at an early stage. So, these are the mods we will be using. It's basically a marksman's 10mm submachine gun. The hardened receiver for increased ballistic damage, a stabilized short barrel to reduce recoil and action point cost, forceful stock for better weapon durability, and finally, the perforating ammo magazine providing 40% armor penetration. While it's tempting to use the drum magazine with increased ammo capacity, the perforating magazine delivers greater additional damage. The perks required to maximize the effectiveness of this gun are your standard commando-type special layouts. As an endgame build you will want all 3 commando cards fully ranked up to 3 stars, any rank of the tank killer perk, concentrated fire, tenderizer, adrenaline fully ranked up to 5 stars, bloody mess, and lastly the better criticals perk. For the legendary perk you should consider taking one for the team. This is generally a universal layout for automatic rifles. As the weapon also deals fire damage, it could be used with the friendly fire perk to heal teammates and NPCs at certain events like Radiation Rumble, Test Your Metal, or in the Missile Silo control room. The gun is not exactly conservative when it comes to ammo, so for lower level players quickly running out of 10mm ammo may be an issue. Technically, the weapon's incendiary effect is a tier 4, 4-star, legendary effect. Perhaps the biggest flaw of the Perfect Storm is that it's not possible to roll any legendary effects with it, so tier 1 to 3 can't be used. This really does limit the possible capabilities of the weapon and makes the Perfect Storm what I consider to be an intermediate level, niche weapon. For consistency across our weapon tests, we'll be putting a level 50 Perfect Storm up against our favorite level 100 Super Mutants at their West Tech hangout. We won't be using the Adrenal Reaction Serum, any chems, or temporary buffs. Although for maximum damage you could also use Psychotats, Ballistic Bot, and a Small Guns bobblehead.
Don't make me use my stuff on you, baby.
As you probably noticed from the demonstration, the gun struggled, requiring a bit of effort to drop the targets, but it did get the job done. I certainly wouldn't recommend using the gun against any enemy or a legendary enemy tougher than a level 100 mutant warlord or champion. However, for those of you who like a challenge, then this is definitely the gun for you. In conclusion, as an early game weapon, then the Perfect Storm is a good gun with fairly decent performance, but I really can't recommend it as your primary weapon if you're higher than level 30, as there will be better options available. The weapon is definitely best suited to close quarters combat where precision aiming is not critical. As a secondary backup weapon, the gun is quite reasonable for all levels of players, if you have plenty of spare ammo. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts or experiences with the gun, so feel free to share it in the comments section below. And with that, it's time for me to wrap up this video. I really hope you enjoyed this review and maybe learned something useful. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay mutated.